Hello, how's it going? Hello, Scratch. Hello, everyone else. Hope you're doing well. It's finally the weekend, and oh boy, I am. I'll be honest, I am running on 5 hours, 4 hours of sleep. You have no idea how tired I am. But not to worry, I have my good old friend, coffee. I'm so glad it's weekend because holy, I really need a break. I'm gonna get lots of sleep. Um, nothing, nothing personal going on. Oh, I think the only thing I've watched, or I did, is I watched a couple, well, like 2 episodes of Evangelion. And I'm really interested to see more. That's about it. Let's see, anything else? I'm doing laundry in the background, so I'll be stepping out more often. Not too much, but however, I am gonna leave during the stream. I'll be leaving around 9:45, 9:40, and then I'll be back home at like 10, hopefully like 10:20. So I'll be gone for like 40 minutes. And then I'll come back, and return, continue the stream. That's about it. We could get started. Oh, I gotta make sure I don't drop anything. I gotta clean up this room. I wasn't able to sleep so well either. I woke up and decided to started Doom 2016. I stopped to watch your stream. It was very therapeutic killing things, I mean. Yeah, I bet. I don't know how people like sleep for like, sleep for like 4 hours and just be fine. 4 to 5 hours, 6 hours even. Maybe they take naps during the day, but I mean, I tried to do that, just running on 4 to 6 hours of sleep, then try to take a nap during the day, only then to like take like actually be sleeping instead of napping. Okay. I don't know what was I doing yesterday. Like I sleep for like 8 to 10 hours, and still I'm still tired. Either like there's like some serious lack of motivation in me, or maybe it's just sleep deprivation. Well, least than 3 hours is my weakness. I could hold my hinges with 4 hours of sleep. However, it seems my brain malfunction when it's less. Not only my brain, my senses of will, they become fuzzy. Yeah, no, you're totally right. If I sleep for like less than 4 hours, 3 hours even, I might murder someone. I'll be grumpy too. I'll be like out of it and I'll be grumpy. Okay, well, there's also the fact that I'm not a morning person. I'm not a morning person at all. For no reason, I expect something horrible happening because I haven't slept enough. But self-awareness leaves me delicate at the point the small surprise makes me jump. Hmm. I was saying that I'm not a morning person. I I mean every morning I wake up 5:30 in the morning every day for work, and it's just I'm still not used to it at all. Like I don't make coffee in the mornings. I don't want to do. I just want to stay in bed. And I would look dead inside. And I'm like not in the mood. I try to put on a smile, just say good morning, and like, no, not a good morning for me. I'm tired. I don't know if I got this recording. This is an old crater. The neat thing here is that the composition of the samples I took from the impact site matches the composition of the ice on the outskirts of Dark Bramble. I'd posit the outer rock was hit with a piece of planet that was used to be where Dark Bramble now lies. To follow up on, maybe there were more fragments of the old planet Dark Bramble destroyed on other astral bodies in the solar system. Dude, it's pretty cool that Minecraft got a cameo. It's crazy. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Outer Wilds is supporting an indie game. I know what you're about to do. Don't spare ourselves and your own reputation. You know what I'm about to say. Chicken jockey. That's it. Tomorrow's Saturday. You know what that means, right? That means I'll get, a day off. That means I'll get some sleep. A good sleep. That means I'll stay in bed the whole day. Is that alright? That means I can be free. 5 hours to Signalis. Five hours of Signalis, huh? I can make it work. If nothing comes up tomorrow. I'm just making sure I got everything. Pretty sure I got all this. Let me go back to my ship. Here's my ship. It's always a trip going back to a place you've previously explored, but now with newfound... What's that word, man? What is that word you're trying to say there? What is that word? But now with newfound knowledge comprehending things you'd previously wondered what they are for, the constant symbolism of the eye of the universe becomes significant. It clicks. What you were seeking for so long had been there, right where you started. Alright, I haven't really explored... I mean, I have explored here on Timber Hearth, but not too deeply. I haven't really taken the time here, so I might as well explore right here. I don't think there's any secrets. Hmm. I mean, I have been here. I mean, that's scary. I have been here on this planet once, and it was not fun. It was terrifying. It was probably the last thing I'll ever explore. Blasted Z did a lot of damage when it crashed. I like this crater. Need something for me, hatchling? I threw a little scout into the seed. You did you? And you're telling me it's bigger on the inside than on the outside? This is gonna be a chore to chop up, and no mistake. Can we even remove a seed that doesn't have the decency to stay the same size all the way through? Maybe I'd better grab an extra axe or three, just in case. You sure the seed isn't from Timber Hearth? Back in my younger days, I explored everywhere there is to go on Timber Hearth, and saw everything there is to see, and then some. Trust me, you don't have anything like this. Nah, I reckon this thing's from Dark Bramble if it's anywhere hatchling. Kinda looks like the head of a Demogorgon from Stranger Things. Demogorgon. If only I could make a deal with God. Considering what a single Dark Bramble did to the shell, doesn't that mean Timber Hearth is condemned? Maybe. I don't think it matters considering the supernova happens. It's gonna happen. Already been here before, but I might as well like double check real quick. If it didn't, nothing would have changed. If you somehow find a way to prevent the supernova, this only dooms the planet with a new fate. That's crazy. Quantic crazy. If this was an Elden Ring, someone would place a message there. You know what would be the contents of it? Either someone trying to tell me to jump off the ledge, like secret ahead, or whatever. Or someone tell me, don't do it. I miss Elden Ring so much. That, like, by the way, I know the Elden Ring Night Rain is coming out this month. It's not that far. Although I honestly just, I don't think I have any interest on playing it immediately. Because it doesn't really have anything to do with like the main game. Both alternatives are wrong. It'd be Try-Finger Butthole, their words, not mine. Butthole. Butthole. No, you're right. I was thinking about something crazy that I don't want to say on stream. It's probably best to not say it out loud. Although I would be farming some huzz. Oh. Oh, what? I'll be farming clips. Still amazed by how much ore the Ash Twin project requires. Isn't this the ore for the remaining towers being built on Ash Twin? The completed towers I've seen are quite large. No, the material for those towers is all being taken from Ash Twin. The ore we're mining here will be used to craft an immensely thick protective shell that will physically seal out the chamber inside Ash Twin's core. I'm relieved by our clan's decision to use Timberhurst ore only for constructing the shell. If eventually life on this planet were to evolve to the point of advanced metallurgy, I'm confident we won't have to destroy their ability to create. If they're sealing off all entrances, I hope they planned it accordingly. Thought you had forbidden your apprentice from making puns. Okay, I already read this. Okay, so it kind of makes sense, like we're mining ore here. Connecting the dots. I was disappointed knowing two From Software Online possibly relying on live service in such a low release gap. It seems even Souls like are losing their magic. I do hope that's not the case, and this recent projects are collecting money for Bloodborne 2. Yeah. I totally forgot about the fact that From Software is doing like a Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive. And that would mean I had to buy a Nintendo Switch too. Well, I guess there's nothing else. I don't think. I'm just checking again. Just checking the area once more. What's up, Symbolic? Don't know about you, but I'm keeping my OG Switch, not worth the extra price for some potentially subpar games. You wouldn't have enough money for the game. The console's already pricey to suck out any cents you have spent on a single game. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, true. The the Switch 2 is overpriced, as well as the games they're going to be selling for digital and physical is going to be expensive. So yeah, I would be broke. Not even the tech demo's free. What is happening? Yeah, I think I'm going to keep my OG Switch as well. I don't think I'm going to upgrade anytime soon. I think I'll just stick with the OG Switch. Steam is going to be the king in the next few years, I think. If not already. I think they are. Steam is, I think, pretty successful. I mean, you don't have to pay like an online subscription. There's like modding tools. I mean, I think there's a lot of more benefits than like definitely like a Nintendo subscription. I mean, then again, you can play like Nintendo. You can play the old Nintendo games on the Switch. Yeah, I don't know. All I can say is like I'm keeping my OG Switch. I'm not gonna upgrade. Because I do want to play like some Nintendo games on the Switch. I mean, I could stream Nintendo games. Is there anything else in here? In this little area? Doesn't seem like it. I think a lot of their recent releases are kind of mid. I prefer playing most of their older games anyway. I honestly do want to play like their old catalog, or with their like classic video games, like you know, like the NES games or whatever, GameCube games. I mean, here on the PlayStation, I mean, there's also the catalog of playing old school games on the PlayStation if you just pay for the premium subscription, which is stupid. I mean, oh man, what's happening to video gaming, man? Come on now. I mean, then again, there's also emulation. Emulations is a thing. What was that? I feel like we're already past the video game golden age, with exceptions from indie games. I feel like no, I feel like AAA gaming is pretty. I don't know. I don't know what's the right word. Um, Creatively bankrupt. It's either mostly live service games or unfinished games or games that will take like 8 years to be fully developed and completed. Stagnant. Yeah, stagnant is also the right word. Mostly remakes or remasters, which I don't really mind, you know, but it just shows that, man, there's like not any games that's pushing any innovation or whatever. And now, video games are going to get more expensive to make, and video games are going to cost more for the consumers. $80 for physical or like a standard edition. 90, $100 for like a digital deluxe edition. So what's the point of me buying these new games, really? I'll just rather play the old games. It's just like too expensive to buy these games. Video games won't be considered a hobby, it'll be a luxury. Yeah, a luxury, yeah, for sure. I fully believe in the indie game industry, at least. I'm pretty sure indie games is going to be where it's at. Support more of the indie game developers than the AAA game developers. I guess there's nothing here. Okay, well, where's my ship? I am lost. Using oxygen as propellant. What? How did I... I ended up here again. Online gambling will become the lucrative gaming market. I do remember like the old loot box, market with like Overwatch, Call of Duty, uh, EA games like FIFA or Madden. I think Battlefield did it as well before. As a joke, don't gamble, it's a dangerous loop. Gamble. Go to your mom's room, get the purse from the drawer, take out the card, and read the 16-digit numbers on the back, with the 3 security code on the back, the expiration date, and send it to me. She's rich in her like beyond your comprehension. There's enough to share. Get the card. The only gambling I do is in Vampire Survivors. I do have that game on my phone and it's pretty fun. I have like Vampire Survivors and Balatro on my phone. It's been a long time since I touched them though, but they're pretty fun. The online gambling simulator Wombo Combo. Happy Pete, Wombo Combo. So, hold on. Let me go back to the ship real quick. Inside the seed. When I launch my scout into the sea that crashed on Timberhearth, it ends up in a much bigger space filled with fog and thorny vines. So I'm not sure if like this is a puzzle that I need to solve. I love the funny quantum poem. The ancient glade across Old Park provides shade. It's always dark. Hey Wolf, how's it going? Hmm. Alright, I guess I'll move on. There is one thing that I missed in the Hourglass Twins. Fine. Well, I'm glad you're doing fine. You know what? I meant for that to happen. I just want to restart the time. I thought it was you doing the noise. Knew him right into it, yeah. No, I don't want to do the noise. I was trying to, like, replicate the noise, but I don't want to do it. Is that the... I see the sun station right there. But I think they mentioned about, like, not... They have no landing pad on the sun station, so it's probably not a good idea to try and... Okay, well, never mind. I wasn't... Okay. Let's try and replicate the interstellar docking scene. It's funny because, like, I heard someone mention about the docking scene in Interstellar. Hmm. Huh? What just happened? Meow. It's crazy this whole solar system is only spans like 30 kilometers. You know, what if I just recreate the scene from the Magic School Bus where Arnold just kills himself with by just like taking off his helmet? Which, by the way, for a kids show and just having that having that happen in the kids show is crazy. I do remember getting freaked out by that. There's nothing near the Adventure Time Spider Wedding episode. It only aired once. This Spider Wedding episode. I think I do remember seeing that episode once. Oh yeah, yeah, no, I definitely remember. Wait, was it Adventure Time? Or was it another show? Was it another cartoon show? I don't remember. Because there was Adventure Time, and then there's like another one that's... What was it, Billy and Mandy? I think it was like Billy and Mandy where they had like that weird spider wedding. No, it was Adventure Time. I think the guys were trying to help a spider get married. I barely remember it. I don't remember. All I can think about the spider wedding is like that one episode from Billy and Mandy where there's also there was a spider wedding in that show too. Dude, let's kill the horse. What the hell? Dude, no way did I just get... What the f... Did you just get launched into space and then come back to this planet? Of course, because it's how physics work. What the fuck? Yeah, physics. Okay, this planet's gravity is abysmal. Not really. This game has magic rocks and shit. They can do whatever they want with us. Lammy, they're going to test the memory statues tonight. Flock says it could be dangerous, so we can't come. But, what if we didn't use the door and snuck in the other way? Does anyone want to? Paget. Flock specifically told us not to do that. I really want to see the test too, Lammy, but that's a huge risk to take. We probably shouldn't. Maybe Phlox will let us see a later test. The memory statues. Uh-oh. Oh, no. I don't know what's... I don't know what's going on. But this planet is a little bit too wild for me. Phlox, welcome to Giant's Deep, friends. I'm excited for you to meet the statues. If I'm not in my dwelling, I'm likely in the workshop below, inside the islet. Inside? Inside the island. Inside the island. Okay, how to get inside? Ow. Is that? What is that? What is that? Is that like a jellyfish? What is that? I think it's stuck. The Demai are an impressive race, managing to settle their bases even in the toughest conditions, all while actively working on their inventions. Some marking entire planets. Wait, are these... What are these? Are they stuck in ice or something? Seems like jellyfish. Statue workshop. Okay. Oh, it's the thing that gives you frenzy? Frenzy? I don't look at them for too long. I think I'm just gonna assume that you mean frenzy. I ain't gonna lie. Giant's Deep is not it. Giant's Deep ain't it. Frenzy is pronounced frenzy. It's probably because he's Italian. It's a reference to Bloodborne. These blob things at the nightmare where you meet Mikolash. Yeah, those things. Something lanterns, I think they're called. They're not actually called something lanterns, but it's something lanterns. I don't remember. Okay, but I actually love Giant's Deep. Well, it's just, you know, I don't know, man. It's just Giant's Deep. It's just a little bit difficult to get around. Hold on. Gabro makes up for its flaws. Launch module. Probe tracking module. Control module. Okay, well, I guess I'll go here first. What the heck? What? Controls, huh? Huh. Evans, Malo, my better 50%. Kasava is sending the last of the cannon components. Soon, relatively speaking, we'll know the ice's precise location. Kasava tells me he and the construction yard crew have determined a power setting we are not, under any circumstances, to go above. Malo, I see, and I'm right to think that consequently we'll be ignoring that setting? Evans, I can posit with nearly 100% certainty our friends have accounted for our natures, so I suggest we do. Given the orbital probe cannon all the power it could structurally withstand creates the greatest chance of finding the eye of the universe. Mallow. Yes, the probe must travel as fast as it can, as far as it can. I'll make some adjustments. The thought of concluding our elder's curious and challenging search increases my heart's temperature, my love. Kasava, I have bad news, Evans. Yarrow says there was a problem with the proposed power source, so the orbital probe cannon won't be asked to fire. Evans, I hope you're pulling my locomotive limb here, Kasava. Kasava, I wish I were, my friend, but no. They aren't certain they could fix the problem, so the orbital probe cannon is on the indefinite hiatus. Tell Privet and Malo they should return from the cannon. My spouse and I will remain at the construction yard for now. Evans, an update. Malo and I will join you and Daz. Privet left to visit her brother. She fears Idaya may feel responsible. Okay. "7 minutes and 30 seconds ago, request to launch probe received from Ash Twin Project. Cannon aligned with randomly selected probe trajectory gravity field activated." Begin launch log. Orbital probe cannon launch request received. Probe launch successful. Probe tracking module has received data from probe. Warning, orbital probe cannon structure compromised during launch. Damage to multiple modules detected. Is that what it was? When I first woke, like, every time I wake up, there's like something that was blown up here. Orbital probe cannon damage report. Severe structural stress detected. Assessing damage to modules. Control module intact, no structural damage. Launch module viewport window fractured. Module exposed to vacuum of space. Probe tracking module missing. Oh yeah, they're not lying, alright. Shh, that is for sure gone. Oh, back here. I gotta get another cup of coffee. Probe tracking module. Where's this even at? That one isn't on the probe cannon? I couldn't tell where that was coming from. Like, where could it be? Mallow, imagine, Privet. The probe tracking module will be the first to know the coordinates of the eye of the universe. You'll be the first to see them. Privet, I am honored and terrified. You won't ask the orbital probe cannon to use so much power that it breaks, will you? Mallow, fret not, my nervous friend. We only need to fire the probe once anyway, so who minds if it compromises the orbital probe cannon's structural integrity slightly? Privet, I would mind, Mallow. I would mind, because we won't be capable of receiving our probe's data if the probe tracking module is destroyed. I already read this. Okay. Is that it for me to explore here? I think that is. Let me take a look at my ship logs. Okay. Take a look. Alright, orbital probe cannon. The broken remains of the Nomai space station in orbit around Giant's Deep. There are 3 axis ways branching off from the central hub area. The orbital probe cannon was created to find the precise location of the eye of the universe. The Nomai pushed the orbital cannon above its maximum power setting to create the greatest chance of finding the eye of the universe. And look where I got them. Control module. Control module recently received a request from the Ash Twin project to launch the probe. The cannon was aligned with a randomly selected probe trajectory. The probe was successfully launched, but the cannon's structural integrity was compromised in the process. Damage is detected in multiple modules. The launch module is badly damaged, but its protection pool is still intact. And the mind named Mallow argued that it wouldn't matter if the cannon's structural integrity was compromised since they only needed to fire the probe once. Come on now. And the mind named Privet countered that they wouldn't be capable of receiving the probe's data if the probe tracking module was destroyed. Probe tracking module. One of the orbital probe cannon's 3 modules. The probe tracking module is receiving data from the launch probe. Any Nomai aboard the probe tracking module would be the first to see the coordinates of the eye of the universe. The Nomai computer reports the probe tracking module as missing. I saw the probe tracking module through a Nomai projection pool. It looks like the module is underwater. I can see purple electricity outside the viewport. Boy. Underwater? Seriously? I hate that. Yeah, just casually launched into space and, you know, you're still chilling. This guy's pretty chill. What up, Gabbro? Nice, it's you. Good to see you made it here in one piece. The first solo launch is a doozy, isn't it? So hey, don't freak out or anything, but lately I keep, like, dying repeatedly. I don't know, it's pretty weird. What about you? Have you died lately, or is it just me? No, it's me too. We're in a time loop. Time has been behaving unusually lately. Yeah, time loop makes sense. Cool. You're taking this pretty well. Right back at you. Personally, I like new experiences, and I've never been in a time loop before. I mean, I don't think I've been in a time loop before this one. It looks like you and I are the only ones who could tell that the time's gone all weird. Oh, that's my alarm. I tried radioing Hornfells and asking if they died too, but they thought I was being metaphorical. Even if I tell Hornfells about the time loop, they never remember by the next one. They don't realize anything's different. And here's another weird one for you. Every time I die, all my memories from that loop replays back to me. I'm pretty sure that's related to the big stone Namai statue I found on one of the other islands. I was looking at it, and the statue opened its eyes and started glowing. It replayed my memories like it seen them through my own eyes, just like what happens each time I die. That happened to me with the statue at the museum. You too, huh? And the Namai statues must have something to do with why we're the only ones aware of the time loop, so no glowing statue, no time loop awareness. I think that's going to be my leading theory, but if you want to find out anything new about the statues or time loop, let me know, okay? I'll be here. Anyway, that's what's new with me, but hey, if this is your first solo voyage, kind of. Let's talk about you, you know? What's space treating you? This is the most cartoonish planet of the solar system because its peculiarity. There's something so funny of the being launched into space and float as you try to casually explore. Okay. Hold on, before I, continue talking to him, I did say at the beginning of the stream, I'll be leaving for like 40 something minutes because I have to pick up my brother from downtown. So, yeah. I'll I have to end the stream here for a bit. Just take like a 40-minute break. I don't know, take a shower, get something to eat, take a walk, take a nap. I'll be back in like 40 minutes. Around like 10:20 p.m. CST. Don't get into an accident. I won't. I'll try not to. Thank God he's leaving. Hey! Till next stream. I'll be back, alright? I'll be back. I'll leave, like, just in case if anyone pops in, I'll just leave a message. Alright, I'll see you in a bit. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, I was 10 minutes late. I had to, wait a little bit. Actually, hold on. My laundry's finished. I gotta put a new laundry in. Hold on. Alright. I'll be for real, guys. I almost got into an accident. But it wasn't my fault. Alright, let's continue. Have you ever watched a cyclone for so long, it started to hypnotize you? I'm telling you, they put you in a trance if you stare at them long enough. I found what happened to the orbital probe cannon. Well, that's the cannon breaking apart at the start of each time loop. For real? Did you figure out why? Over enthusiasm. Too much power. It's kind of scary how much of that sounds like something Slatov or Belchspar would do. I'm pretty surprised that Nomai built something that actually broke. Come to think of it though, broke might be the wrong word, because it looks like the orbital probe cannon is still firing successfully at the beginning of each time loop. I found your quantum poem. Yeah, the one in the woods. I remember writing that. Pretty fun, right? It works out to a good 24 poems. When I'm done exploring, I want to make some more quantum art. Maybe some kind of creature sculpture that's just like shows up and scares the daylights out of you. That's very cruel. We are so back, brother. Yeah, I'm back from the dead. I survived the car accident. That was so, like, I almost had a car accident, not gonna lie, guys. I actually did almost had a car accident. And it's not really my fault either that, you know, that almost happened. Because I don't know what happened with the street lights. Like, I was making a left turn. It was green. It's fine and all that. It seemed normal. All of a sudden, the oncoming traffic just decided to just come at the same time. Like, I don't know if they're all just running red lights or anything, or maybe the street lights are not working properly, but... When I'm done exploring, I just want to make some more quantum art. Okay, I get that. You know, this would go like take an album cover. Goes so hard. It was written in fate. I can imagine you raising up like Terminator, then each wound regenerates as you crawl back towards your home. Imagine. What are you doing out here? Well, what are any of us doing here, really? Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm out here exploring our solar system, same as you. But I tell you what, outer space really gives you room to think. It's quiet and peaceful out here. I mean, it's usually quiet and peaceful. Sometimes a cyclone comes by and lifts my little island paradise clean out of the water, then less peaceful. Where should I explore on Giant's Deep? Here's something you might like. At the start of every time loop, I keep seeing a bright flash in the sky. Something must be happening up there in the orbit around the planet. What else? What else? Have you been to the Statue Island? That's what I've been calling it, seeing as it's the island where I found the glowing the Mai statue, get it? I was on the beach on the Statue Island when the whole glowy business happened. By the way, it's a nice beach for that kind of thing. I give it a solid 7 out of 10 on the Gabbro relaxation scale. If you feel like checking on Statue Island, it's the one with 2 islands connected by natural rock art. Well, mostly connected anyway, you'll see. What's up with this planet? I know, right? Oh, you meant like tell you more about it. I got you. Well, Giant's Deep is massive and mostly water. Most surprises are there. There's a strong current of waves beneath the surface that presents... So that's the probe cannon. Gets melted mid-conversation. Oh, yeah, I gotta remind myself to, buy the DLC for this game. I gotta do that next time. Alright, Gabbro's Island. Gabbro's lounging in a hammock near the island's shore. Gabbro found a Mai statue on the other island. The statue's eyes started glowing and Gabbro saw their memories flash before their eyes. Gabbro remembers dying. He saw their memories flash before their eyes, just like the time with the statue. Gabbro and I seem to be the only ones aware that we're in the time loop. This island must be where the Mai created statues like the one in our observatory. I found a Mai statue lying on the beach. It looks like the one in our observatory. I found a sign for the statue workshop next to a broken door that used to lead inside the island. Some of my children debated bypassing the statue's workshop door and sneaking inside via an alternate, more dangerous route. I could see into a large cave from one of the ruins on top of the island. The bottom of the cave is filled with water. The DLC is better played after the main game, in my opinion. We'll see. It's a good opportunity to explain to you quantum immortality in a more polite manner. Remember when I said you're the only version of Goose who existed because the others who didn't play Outer Wilds existed? If you were to guide yourself using the principle of quantum immortality, the moment you died, you transferred to a reality where you survived. I honestly, this hurts my brain, just thinking about it. Gabo says there's a strong current beneath the surface of the ocean that prevents anything from sinking below it. Dark bramble seed. I launched my little skull into the sea, somehow the seed is much bigger on the inside. You mean to tell me if I were to die in the car accident today, if I would have died in that accident, I would have just, like, you know, transferred to, like, another reality where that didn't happen, or like I survived the accident. Crazy. And I would be back playing Outer Wilds. You may have died already. That's why you're already here. In reality, in which you died ceases existing. That's how quantum mechanics go. That's crazy to think about. I always just thought it was time travel, where your memories are the thing getting sent back in time as opposed to your body. How's this? I don't think I could reach it. in-game, I have no idea how real quantum mechanics are. No one has any idea how the theory of quantum mechanics would work in any way that functions. I think most people prefer discrediting it. On a completely unrelated note, have you ever tried going outside the solar system? I did thought about it. I did actually think about it. I actually did wonder what happens if I go outside the solar system. Well, shit. I think next time, my next life, I'll try out going outside the solar system. How do I get inside? Is there like an opening somewhere? Jesus Christ, I got scared for a sec. I don't know why I did. I got spooked. Alright, well, I don't know how to get it. I don't know how to get inside this, I guess, electrical field. So I guess I'll have to figure that out. This is like my biggest fear of just being out in the middle of the ocean. It's just a good thing that there isn't any giant anglerfishes or sharks. Besides the giant cyclones. That's it. Hey Steven, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing alright, thank you. Giant Steve is just an empty version of Subnautica. Anyone know a good way to clean a CPU socket? I don't know. Sorry. That's not my field of expertise, unfortunately. Oh, it's lagging. That would have been pretty nice if, like, eating marshmallows, like, helps, um, replenish my health. Carcinogens. I got achievement for that, nice. Goose, can you go away again? Uh, if I hit 200 subscribers, I will go away forever. AKA that will never happen. It never happen. It will never happen for a long while, I imagine. You know? Start posting shorts again. I mean, yeah, if I start posting more shorts, then yeah, that's making things quicker, yeah. The ocean is surprisingly calm beneath the current. Some sort of electrical field surrounds the planet's core. The Demai built the orbital probe cannon at the construction yard on Giant's Deep. What just happened? I left my ship running thinking that, you know, autopilot would help me out here. It did not. It in fact did not help the pilot out. Man, this thing is actually a death trap. Finally, something new. Alright, Cassava, this is it. We finished building the final orbital probe cannon module and are ready to send it into orbit around Giant's Deep for assembly. Our next step would be to send Privet up to the orbital probe cannon to install the probe tracking system. To all my friends here at the construction yard, my gratitude for your tireless work. I had given up hope, but I truly believe this cannon may actually succeed where many others attempt have not. Daz, are you going gelatinous on us, love? I'm delighted by your words, but they're atypical for you. Cassava, if I'm ever half as gooey as Mallow and Evans behave together, Daz, you may launch me from the orbital probe cannon. Daz, if I know my brother Evans and his spouse will want to launch the probe with as much power as possible, I'm worried the cannon would break under the strain. I propose we give Evans and Mallow a slightly lower maximum power setting than the absolute maximum possible to create room for their enthusiasm. Half this game is just watching dead aliens flirting with each other on walls. Oh, I think my food's here. I did order food because I was really hungry. Talk reveal. been a while since I showed my dog. Another food delivery worker gone missing. He'll suffice as such sustenance. Five minutes, 37 seconds ago, long-range probe successfully launched from the orbital probe cannon. Two meals for the price of one. Castle, I have bad news. Evan Zero says there's no problem with the proposed power source or gas fire. You already read this. Goose turkey meat or deer meat? I never had deer meat, so I'll go with turkey meat. Deer meat's better. Well, I never had deer meat. Deer meat is kind of gamey though. I don't know if I read this. Kazuha Kanoi, Daz, and I were lifting orbital probe cannon components into orbit for assembly, and one somehow sank down beneath the current. Daz, Kanoi, you should have seen it. We thought it was impossible for any cannon components to sink even partially below the current, but ours sank straight to the core. Kazuha convinced me not to try to recreate the phenomenon myself using the other cannon parts, but we're very curious to know what happened. How could something pass through the current? Conway, my gratitude for your interesting questions. This is exciting, inspires. Yeah, I already read this before. Okay. guess that's it for this place. There is another part of this island I could explore. Or am I wrong? No. Oh, I was wrong. Uses Leica, age through blood, anywhere on your spreadsheet. It occurred to me I don't remember ever recommending you. I don't think so, no. At least not that I remember. How do you get down there? Well, that's a recommendation then. In a few years, you'll be playing it. No doubt. With the pace I'm going so far this year, I had no doubt. I don't know how to get inside the workshop. Apparently there's like a route that you could take. Oh fuck. Guess these are just meant to keep you in place. Near the warp pad, I mean. So there's like 3 warp pads. There's 1, 2, 3. Maybe I'm missing like, I don't know. The one up top there. Oh, this. Wait. Maybe, perhaps, if this island goes up into space, maybe it would trigger the pad. That's, I don't know, that's, maybe. Although I have to wait, to see if that theory works. Shit. We're writing on something important, I mean. You sound like a video game character explaining a puzzle when you're stuck in it for too long. Inside the island. Hmm. I know, like, the workshop is inside the island. I know that's what he meant. But I don't know how to, like, get through that. Let me go get my food real quick. I'll just be idle here. I'll just leave this idle for a bit. Where the hell am I? What happened? I guess it didn't work. Okay, well. Ah! 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 I figured it out. I'm stuck. I I totally did not look up the solution while I was away. Trust me. I mean, I should have just figured that out in the first place. Oh, come on. I just got here. Man, this is a load of bullshit. Alright, I'm gonna eat my sandwich real quick. Honestly, it took me an embarrassing long time to figure this one out too. But I'm glad I'm not the only one. I thought it would have to do like, I don't know, maybe the teleporter or the warp pad. You gotta use it somehow. But you mean to tell me these kids are they want to go underwater to access through the workshop? To access to the workshop? I mean, crazy kids. Then again, typical behavior. This island is where the Namai built the orbital probe cannon. For some reason, the Namai put the orbital probe cannon in indefinite hiatus. The cannon was not asked to fire. According to the Namai computer, a long-range probe was recently launched from the orbital probe cannon. Typical Tuesday for the normies. Shame the Viltrum Empire had to interfere. I'm sorry, I'm just eating this burger. It's just so good. Holy shit. Or I'm just eating this delivery worker guy. He's so good. Chart's camp. Chart has spotted an unusually high number of supernova recently. Wait, I didn't know you could, like, read these parts. I didn't know that. Chart thinks the lack of surface ruins means the mine must have lived somewhere underground. Did the mine travel to this solar system in pursuit of the signal from something older than the universe itself? They named the source of this signal the Eye of the Universe. I had no idea you could read those either. There is a way to safely travel to the sun station from Ash Twin. Okay, that's a good clue there. Then the mine debated building a sun station in order to power the Ash Twin project. Then the mine built something called the sun station, but not everyone supported its construction. Probably. I'm done. Okay. Alright, let's go back to, let's go back. I do want to go back to the hourglass planet. Alright, where is it? Where's the giant ass planet? This big ass planet. Really big. So deep. Oh, hey. Look at this. I'm gonna get my onion rings. All right. What the hell? What happened? I don't know what happened, but my dog got hurt from the door. You alright? You want to sit on my lap? Scared me. I was like, what happened? No, don't eat my onion rings. It's mine. I used to live with your unresponsible ass. I don't know what happened. He was trying to open the door. I don't know if his paw got... I don't know. He somehow hurt his paw from the door. Alright. What this needs is some onion rings, and he is meanwhile drowning. How am I not finding this planet? Where is this planet? Man, my hands are greasy. They're really greasy. I gotta get some napkins, but I'm too lazy. At this rate, you'll need a haircut with all that grease. You know what? I don't know how you know that, but I do need it. I am going to get a haircut tomorrow. They kind of remind me. I just secretly knew. Uh, like the Nomai kind of remind me, like kind of resembling the. I mean, what were they called in Legend of Zelda? I kind of forgot what they were called. Blocks. Yarrow, would you kindly step back so Daz is closest to the statue? When pairing the statue, we'll choose whoever is in the closest proximity. Blocks. See how its eyes have opened. That tells us the statue has paired with Daz. Now, no matter where he is in the star system, Daz statue will record his memories and send them to the Ash Twin Project. Yarrow. This is extraordinary sculpting work, Blocks. Daz, he has outdone himself again, hasn't he? And now that we have our first successful pairing, you can test my memory storage prototype. Each statue will send a single Nomai's memories to his or her own storage unit within Ash Twin. Blocks. Each storage unit will be equipped with a mask. Statue's counterpart would... wait, what? Each storage unit will be equipped with a mask. Statue's counterpart, which will be able to send these stored memories back to the corresponding Nomai. I think it was the Zonai. I'm convinced they actually stole that from this game. Yeah, I think they're... yeah, the Zonai. You mean the huge half-horse thing you could encounter while wandering around? I also don't know how they are called. I think those are called... starts with an L. But I was thinking about the Zonai. In, yeah, in Legend of Zelda. Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. No, wait. The Zonai were first introduced to Tears of the Kingdom, I think, right? I don't remember. Hey, welcome. Just tuned in. What's our current mission? I am currently in Giant's Deep, exploring the workshop here. I'd say I have made significant progress so far. as you can see. Statue Workshop. The My statues were designed to pair with a single user, record their memories, and send those memories to a storage unit within the Ash Twin project. Each storage unit inside the Ash Twin project was equipped with a mask, the statue's counterpart, which could then send those stored memories back to the corresponding user. There's more to explore here. Every memory recorded by a Nomai statue is transmitted to a corresponding storage unit within Ash Twin. The central chamber inside Ash Twin was physically sealed off by an immensely thick protective shell. Okay. Alright, let's finish up. Exploring this workshop. And then I think that's everything. Unless I'm missing something. Kind of want to head over to the hourglass. Well, then again, there is the core, the electrical field. But I don't know how to get... I don't really know how to access through that. Rami, I've installed the mask inside the Ash Twin project blocks. They look beautiful, although I do feel as though I'm being observed. It's comforting to know the statues will not pair until the project succeeds. Otherwise, I imagine the experience would be hard to endure. Blocks. Ideally, they only need to activate once the project succeeds. As a safety measure, however, the statues will also activate in the event of equipment failure. They will? Why is that? Says Rami. Blocks. If anything goes wrong with the Ash Twin project, the statues and their mask will make us aware of the situation and enable us to fix it. Otherwise, it will be possible for us to remain permanently unaware of the problem. Rami, I hadn't thought of that. What a profoundly horrific fate that would be. Alright. I still don't know what that entails. I just want to like skip. I guess I gotta wait until a cyclone shows up. Observation, it's the key to most issues you encounter at the way. I was true to my words when saying you're observant. I do believe your observation process will land a clue. Blocks, I'm curious. Is sending a being's memory back in time the same as sending the being itself back in time? For example, as an example, if you were to send my memories back in time, is that the same as sending me back in time? Not my physical body, but my essence? Daz, I imagine there are two different actions. Cassava, my gosh, what is happening? Wouldn't both actions be effectively the same? Daz, suppose the time was being rewritten. I believe this is different than receiving memories from what is effectively the future. Cassava, but isn't the end result identical in either case? Okay, well, I don't know, man. Listen, I'm just an explorer. I'm not like a physicist. Okay. I want to go back to the hourglass twins. There was like a text script that I missed or did not finish reading somewhere. I think it was this. Here's your first delivery, Yara 1 warp core fresh from the black hole forge root is installed in the core's sibling on Brittle Hollow as I write this. Claire, I wish I could wait here for you to arrive, but the forge and my unfinished work there is calling. I'll return with more materials soon. Arrow, my gratitude to Claire with this, the Ash Twin project is underway. I confess, I'm deeply curious about what you and Pope found on the White Hole station that's started this project. Could I visit sometime to learn more? I already read this. It's broke. what's all of the, I don't know what's up with these cacti, but Yarrow, some time has passed since I checked in with you, Pi. How are you and Nadia progressing with the Sun Station plans? Pi, presently my assessment is that our plan will either fail explosively or succeed explosively. Hidaya, you know I don't find that funny. Hi, how curious. Remy thinks I'm a gas, and I don't recall requesting that you monitor this conversation, Hidaya. Hidaya, I don't see what state of matter you are has to do with this, and I don't recall supporting the Sun Station's construction, but here we are. Ooh, drama. Yarrow, hypothesis. Time spent away from the station would be beneficial to you both. Hi, I'm immensely interested in testing your hypothesis, Yarrow. Hidaya, that at least we could agree on. Yeah, well, there goes my ship. Oh, never mind, I thought it was gone. Damn it! I don't know if there was like something up there. Or what? Let's see, anything new? New information, maybe? Stashes were designed to only activate once the Ash Twin project succeeded or in the event that it failed. Maybe that's why we're in a loop. Because of the project failing. It's already about to hit midnight. Okay, let's see. There's probably like a little bit more to Hourglass Twins, probably. But I could try to make my way to the Interloper or Dark Bramble. I'm not a big fan. I am afraid of going to Dark Bramble because anglerfishes. So you know what? I'm just gonna go to the Interloper. What is that? Wait, hold on. What is that? All my homies hate anglerfish. Oh, is that the white hole? Yeah, this is the white hole station. I think, I already checked this place out already. So, I think I'm good here. I lost the interloper. Abandoned. You are not heading towards the Dark Bramble. Nuh-uh. Maybe it's the opposite. But then, how'd you know if most clues are buried in layers deepening with each approach, all because you made the mistake of starting at the statue? This fucking... I just rage quit. The interloper, even games that aren't source can escape. Never trusting autopilot again. I like to imagine your character pulled the cable plugging the oxygen tank to the helmet. safe. Put this on. Okay, first let me check on the information I have so far with this interloper. Frozen the mine shuttle. I do remember this. I think it was located on... I forgot where. The Hourglass Twins, I believe. The mine landed on the interloper not long after its arrival in the solar system. The shuttle's equipment heard strange energy readings coming from somewhere beneath the surface. Clary, the Namai who stayed behind, lost contact with the other two after they descended below the interloper's surface. I forgot who were they. I forgot who they were. The shuttle's equipment heard strange energy readings coming. Okay. Two of the Namai located a fissure in the ice on the interloper's sunward side, descended inside to investigate. They're dead. They're dead. Never returned. They're gone. Oh. I'm skating. I'm ice skating. Woohoo! Bumper cars. Must have been the wind. Is the ice melting? Whoa, we're kind of too close to the sun here. Relax. Is this the ice shuttle? This is troublesome. It seems the comet wishes to submerge our shuttle in ice. If we stay on the surface too long, the shuttle may freeze entirely. Poke, even if it did, couldn't someone call it back home to the gravity cannon on Ember Twin? Pi, yes, but the exploration of the comet would be more difficult if we were without the shuttle until someone recalled it. Perhaps we shouldn't have landed on the dark side of the comet. Clary, suppose one of us remained in the shuttle to keep it warm and continue monitoring the surface. Pi, this would be wise, I think. Clary, if you don't mind waiting here for it, Poke and I can continue to investigate the surface. Oh, so that skeleton inside the shuttle is Clary. And the Poke and who else? Pi? Or somewhere here. Probably dead. Beneath the surface. What the fuck happened to my ship, by the way? Why is it so far away? What happened? No friction on ice? Okay, right, that makes sense. Maybe I have to wait until the ice melts to reveal like a path, an opening. Oh, shoot. There's no trees here. And my ship is nowhere near. The ice piled up is reminding me of ice cream mix texture. I could go for some ice cream right now. Cookies and cream. Cookies and cream. Ice cream. How about some mint chip? Never had that in a while. I could try out some mint chip too. I don't have that in the fridge, but I could go for some mint chip, try it out. My cookies and cream is, for me, hands down the best flavor. Oh, this is it. I'm gonna die once again. This is ice skating. Interloper service kind of looks like cookies and cream. Yeah, it kind of does. Okay. I'll do one more run and then I'll call it for tonight. I'll go back to the interloper once again, make sure like there's anything that I missed. Don't crash. Are you mute? Oh my god, was I really muted the whole time? Whoops. I said goodnight to a symbolic, but I guess I was muted by accident. Whoops. Sorry, symbolic. Well, if you're still here, good night. Sorry about I was muted. I gotta reread this whole thing again. I'm receiving much stronger energy readings now that we're beneath the crust. Whatever it is must lie somewhere below, close to the comet center, and I'm starting to think it's more dangerous than we realized. Clary, can you hear us? Clary, yes, but your voices are faint. I fear we'll lose communication entirely if you continue any deeper. Poke, keep the shuttle warm for us. Clary will return the moment we identify the source of the energy readings. Clary, I understand, but be cautious, both of you. Oh boy. I don't know if it's a good idea for me to just jump in there. Okay then. I didn't mean to go in there. I mean, it just slipped. I couldn't handle the friction. So is that how they died? Poke and pie? I guess they found like the ghost matter stuff and that's how they died, maybe? I think I gotta go back again. I don't know. I gotta go back over there. Hmm. I'll do that tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, the next time. I think I'm just gonna call it here. Call it here. Next time I'll go back to the interloper and figure stuff out over there. And after that, we'll see. Probably go to Dark Bramble next. I got a short one for today's outro. UKTHR by Apex Twin. All right, let me look that up. Tomorrow, we'll continue playing Signalis. Signalis. I actually don't know how to pronounce the game title. Okay, QK. Okay, I found it. You pronounced it correctly the first time? Okay, Signalis. Alright, that'll be it for tonight. Thank you everyone that tuned in. Hope to see you again if you enjoyed. See you tomorrow. Continue playing Signalis. Uh, Monday, I'll be back playing Outer Wilds. Continue our adventure and discoveries. As always, peace and love. God bless you all. Bye bye bye. Good night. Music, please. Wrong song. DJ, you're fired.